Assalamu alaikum. This is teacher Fatima from Rizwan Schools, and today we're going to discuss direct proportion. To remember what we used to work with, direct proportion means that two values are related in a way that if one goes up, the second one goes up as well. But if one goes down, the second one goes down with it. Example, if someone works for more hours, he's going to get more money. But if he got sick and works less hours, the money he gets will be less. This is what we mean by direct proportion. In this worked example, we're going to continue where we stopped. To divide a quantity in a given ratio means that the question starts by giving you the total value here. To divide 20 meters in a given ratio, you have to think about this as an actual practical thing. If I have a piece of rope and I want to divide it into the ratio 3:2, this means that the two pieces will not be equal. One of them is going to be bigger, and this one is the first part where the 3 belongs to. So to divide a quantity over a given ratio, I have to add the parts of the ratio first. So 3 plus 2, that's 5 parts. To calculate the length of the bigger piece or the longer piece, I write a fraction first. The bigger piece is actually 3 out of the 5 parts. 3 out of 5 is multiplied by 20 meters to give us the 12 meter, which is the length of the longer piece. Now the shorter piece, of course, will be 2 out of 5 multiplied by 20 meters, and that's 8 meter long. You can check your work by adding 12 meters to 8 meters, and of course, this will give us 20 meters. The second question or worked exercise is about a factory which produces a total of 48,000 cars in 4 different colors: red, blue, white, and green. This is done not in equal numbers, but in a given ratio, 7:5:3:1. The question wants you to calculate how many cars are white. Now, since red is for 7, blue is for 5, white is for 3, this is the number we're looking for. So we must add the parts of the ratio first. 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 16 parts. Now the number of white cars is actually 3 out of the 16 parts multiplied by the total number of cars, which is 48,000. This adds up to 9,000 cars. So this is the number of white cars in this question. Now this is exercise 6.4 from your textbook. It wants you to divide 150 in the ratio 2:3. Now to begin dividing 150 in the ratio 2:3, I have to add the parts of the ratio first, which means I will begin by adding 2 plus 3, that is 5. Now to calculate the first part of the ratio, I must add or divide 2 out of 5 is to be multiplied by the total number I began with, which is 150. Now this will give us actually 60. Now the second part of the ratio, 3, is to be divided by 5, which is multiplied by 150, and this will give us actually 90. Now to check my work, I may add 60 plus 90, which will give us a total of 150, which is the initial number of the question. Fine.